If you're watching this, it is very likely that you have a spirit dragon guide with you who wishes to assist you on your journey to self-empowerment. And likely you probably have many that you aren't even aware of at this point. However, I can also assume if you're watching this video, you're like, where do I even start with that? Or maybe you're already working with your dragon guides and you want to learn more ways to work with them. We're going to be going into all of that and more in this video. But first, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Hannah and I help people to own their powers and step into the driver's seat of their own lives. And today I'm going to be doing that by assisting you in connecting with your personal dragon guides so that you can empower yourself and really develop your psychic abilities all on your own. So this video has been a long time coming, because honestly, this is my most asked question. How do I work with my dragon guide, Hannah? And I'm always just like, isn't it obvious? Because it's more simple than you might think. And we're gonna get into those ways now. So number one, how to work with your dragon guide, and this is foundational, is as simple as setting the intention to do so. And at the very end of the video, I encourage you to stick around because I'm going to assist you in stepping into that at the end of the video. So stay tuned, my friends. But really, it all comes down to setting that intention that you are ready to work with your dragon guide, that you would like your dragon guide to speak with you, to give you signs, and they will start doing it. All you have to do is remain open to receiving that. And it's done. I like to think of our intention as the magic wand through which we create our realities. And this can be so applicable to your dragon guides or any guide that you really want to work with. Second step, also a ridiculously simple way to start working with the dragons, just start talking. So once you have set the intention to connect with your dragon guides, just start talking to them. You can talk to them out loud. Maybe you'll get a reaction if there are other people around, and I would encourage you to embrace that because, as I always say, if being crazy is this much fun, why would I ever want to be sane? If you don't want to talk to your dragon aloud and seem like a crazy person, that's totally cool. If you're not quite up to that level yet, you can just talk to them in your head. And I can tell you, I talk to my dragon guides and any guide really in my head all the time, every day. I will be talking to my dragons while I'm taking a shower. I will be talking to my dragons at the gym, when I'm walking my dog, when I'm playing video games, when I'm cooking, when I'm just doing mundane shit. I will talk to my dragons. You don't have to like sit down and actively meditate to talk to spirit, to talk to your dragons. You can talk to them anytime. Now the challenge becomes, can you listen? Can you receive what they're giving you? They will talk back to you, I promise. If you're not hearing anything back right away, that just comes down to a blockage in your ability to receive. And a way to address this is simply to just practice active listening with like real life people in your life. So many of us now are just distracted by like our phones and stuff. We're always distracted. Even when we're talking to someone face to face, our mind is like a million miles away. Practice active listening with whoever you're talking to, and you will start to be able to hear not only people in the 3D reality, but those in the higher dimensions, like your spirit dragon guides as well. So 3 is doing any sort of creative outlet whatsoever. This could be drawing, this could be creative writing, this could be painting, this could be cooking, this could be dancing. Anything creative is a means to channel your dragon guide if you set that intention prior to doing the activity. That's why that intention part is foundational. So you set that intention, do a creative activity, and you will channel your dragon guide. And it's really that simple. So quite a few years back now, when I had my very first ever psychic reading with another psychic reader, he told me something really, really mind-blowing. Creative ability and psychic ability are the same fucking thing. So when you are being creative, you're engaging in creative activities, you're getting more psychic, my friend. And similarly, you can trust that when you are doing those creative activities, it isn't just for the fun of it. It isn't just because you're childish or imaginative or off in your own world. You are channeling when you are being creative. And the more creative you are, the more you engage creatively with the world, the stronger your psychic abilities are going to get, the easier it's going to be for you to communicate with your dragon guide and honestly any source that wants to communicate with you from the other side. So the fourth way is super simple way to get started. It's honestly one of the most popular ways to channel, and that is tarot and oracle cards, my friend. If you haven't gotten them yet, I encourage you to pick up a deck and just see what happens. Just start by pulling a card a day and asking a question maybe to your dragon guide, and then you pull a card and you can interpret that card. And honestly, my personal views are I'm not super about like memorizing all the meanings, the official meanings of the cards from the guidebooks and stuff. You can be super intuitive about it. My reading for, let's say, the Tower card will vary greatly depending on the deck I'm using, because I am an intuitive reader. I go off of the picture and the energy I'm getting from that particular image, and you can do the same. And so you can start reading tarot and oracle cards right now. You can start right now today and channel your dragon guides in this way. And if you don't have tarot and oracle cards, guess what, my friend? You can like make your own. You can just like cut a bunch of pieces of paper and do it that way. I know back in the day, before I even was like into psychic stuff, I would just like have these little pieces of paper that says like yes, no, maybe, and I would just like randomly like throw it and see like what I got. And I was channeling. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was channeling advice from the universe through that method. Also, something I might eventually do on my channel is using like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Magic the Gathering cards to read, because again, as an intuitive reader, you don't need to have specific tarot or oracle cards. You can read from like any card, any source that you have. So I'd encourage you to have fun with this, and as you build up a relationship with your dragon guides, they'll tell you exactly what kind of cards or what source they would like for you to use for them. So the final way of working with your dragon guide that I'm going to get into today, because honestly there's an infinity amount of ways to work with your dragon guide, but the last one I'm going to touch on today is the simple meditation. I will bring that up always, and yes, maybe it's overdone, but there's a reason for that. There's a reason everyone's telling you to fucking meditate, because it works. And I promise everyone can meditate. I have ADHD and I can meditate, okay? Even if you can't visualize, you can still meditate. I would just encourage you not to focus on visuals, just focus on feelings per se. But you can meditate, and it is so useful, and I would highly, highly, highly encourage it. This is also a means for you to kind of just clear your channel so that you can receive whatever your dragon guide has for you, just like the active listening exercise that I recommended. So if you struggle with meditation, as with anything, as with psychic ability, as with channeling, as with creativity, as with working out, it just comes down to consistency, my friend. It's just like a muscle that you can build up consistently by doing it over and over and over again. So you can start small with meditation. You can just try to meditate for 1 minute every day for a week, and then lift it up to 2 minutes. And you can start that small, and I promise you can do it. You can quiet your mind. Our natural state of being is being. We are human beings, right? And the dragons always like poke fun at us, joking around, calling us human doings, because we do struggle so much with being. But know that being is your birthright, my friend. And through meditation, you can access that birthright, and you can access your innate connection with the dragons. And if you are still like, I can't meditate, Hannah, like, how do I do this? I'm gonna link my free Dragon Realm meditation for you up here. check it out. It's totally free. It's like 10 minutes and it is powerful AF. You can just look in the comment section of that to see the results people are getting. It is crazy. So that is an amazing way to start connecting with your dragons right now. And I, of course, have other guided meditations to connect with the dragons on my website. You can also check out. That's ownyourpowers.com. And finally, if you are picking up what I'm putting down here and you're like really serious about developing your psychic abilities and channeling and connecting with your dragons in a very integrated, grounded way, then I would invite you to check out my e-course, How to Train Your Dragon Guide, which is more about your dragon guide training you, human doing, than it is about you training them. Highly recommend checking that out. And you can actually enroll in the first unit of that entirely for free. Another thing to check out would be my Psychic Superpower Accelerator, because all the exercises I provide for you in that course can be used to connect with dragons as well. So the links to both of those are going to be in the description below as well as in the comments. And I would highly encourage you to just check it out. You got nothing to lose. So bringing this video back full circle to what I told you in the beginning, how I would tell you at the end of the video something you can do to set that intention with your dragon guides right now. And it is a magic mantra. Our words have power. They are like seeds that we plant in our reality as we speak them, and then they are able to grow and to take form from there. So how about you plant some seeds with me, my friend, and you say this mantra aloud to initiate that connection with your dragon guide. And then you can just open yourself to possibility and allow them to kind of speak to you through signs and synchronicities and however they feel best to speak with you from there. So the mantra that I would like you to say out loud with me, my friend, preferably 3 times, and then I want you to comment it as well below, because that's going to just further help plant that seed and integrate it into physical reality. And that mantra is, Dragon Guide, I give you permission to start working your magic. Dragon Guide, I give you permission to start working your magic. Boom. Simple. It is done, my friends, and so it is. So there are many, 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 many ways to work with your dragon guides. I've only touched on a few today. Of course, I can make more videos about this. If you're interested in hearing about it, let me know. And I would also love to know in the comments, do you have any suggested ways to work with dragon guides that you'd like to share with the class? We would love to hear that from you. As usual, if this video resonated with you, if it assisted you in some way, I would ask that you like and you subscribe to my channel and engage with this video in some way, because all of these things help push this out to people who are receptive to learning about dragons. Unfortunately, dragons aren't really a talked about topic right now. Like, most people don't even know that dragons like actually exist. And so when they see these videos in their feed randomly, it will help answer these questions and allow more and more people to work with and understand their innate connection with the dragons. So me and the dragons love you forever for doing this. And of course, we are sending you love anyways, my friends. Until next time, stay powerful.